I turned vegan about 2 years ago. I went from kind of just eating everything, and then I watched the documentary Earthlings, and kind of just, really took me back and made me realize that that shit happens. And so I initially started just for the ethical reasons, and then as I looked into it more, I kind of found out it's like a lot healthier for you as well, and it's better for the environment. So once all those things got together, I just thought it was the right thing to do. I think nowadays the fact that there's still animal circuses happening is just not right. There's so much other things that you can do for entertainment, that the fact that there's still circuses where you have to go and see animals do silly tricks that's not natural for them, it just doesn't make sense. And especially once find out what happens behind the scenes and how they actually get to the point where like an elephant can do something that's completely unnatural, as going up on its hind legs and wearing a hat, you know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to me.
I agree. I think it's kind of sickening to see animals sort of driven as slaves. I mean, that's outdated for humans, and why are animals still being treated that way when it's politically incorrect for humans? Why isn't it the same for animals?
And they're making money on it as well.
Yeah, especially when there's like completely human-based circuses out there that are entertaining enough. Like, you don't need animals to do tricks for you when humans can do plenty of tricks themselves.
Every time I have like a down patch, like as in like I get a bit, I find it hard being vegan. I just read something about it and it kind of just gets me back, like passionate about it again.
Yeah. There wasn't any like direct influences for me, but it's always cool to find out that, like, I don't know, an actor or like a musician that you love is vegan or vegetarian as well.
Even if you're not vegetarian, I just think it's worth nowadays giving something else a try other than just full dairy milk, because it's like, it's so bad for you, and the dairy animals are just treated like shit. And like nowadays you can just get soy milk, you can get rice milk, oat milk, almond milk, coconut milk. There's a million alternatives. They're so cheap. They taste the same, and I'll never ever go back to normal milk again. I think that's something that if people stop buying that would save a lot of lives there and make a big difference. Yeah, that's not hard. On this tour we actually picked up an abandoned puppy, and she had fleas and she was pretty much dying, like she was starving. And we brought her onto the bus and gave her a bath, and then we're like, maybe we should just like find a place for her. And we kept her on the bus with us for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it was just awesome, like to have an animal with us. Adopting a dog like her, if she'd gone to the pound, is much better than going to a pet shop and just picking one out, because like most of the time those dogs have just, the breeding dogs are just kept in cages and then just kept putting it all year round, and it's just disgusting really that you're paying so much money for that. And everybody loves dogs, and I think the important thing is to extend that to other animals, to show the respect to all the animals that get used for food.